Hey guys, tonight we are going to focus on characterization. Now, characterization is the way an author allows you to get to know the characters that he or she has created.
And just like when we meet a person, when we read about a character, we form judgments about them. Maybe they're nice, maybe they're mean, maybe they're cool. All these things are called character traits. And so mean, nice, friendly, but we can also have IB traits.
Balanced, reflective, inquiring, all the traits we went over last week. Now, we also make inferences about our character, which we talked about last night. We take what we know plus what we see plus what we know, and it gives us an idea. And we're reading between the lines, and we're doing this because it would be really boring if everything in the book was spelled out for us and we didn't have to think about it at all.
Okay. And just as we said, the author doesn't tell you everything directly. So sometimes they show you the character by revealing their character traits through their appearance, actions, dialogue, which is what they say out loud, their thoughts and feelings, the reactions of the other characters, and motivation.
Now, here we have appearance.
Hold on. This is where we need to take notes. So don't forget to be taking notes.
When you're taking notes, I want you to write down, we want you to write down, both my class and Miss Kelly's class, the type of inference that you're, actually write this down as well. Write down indirect characterization, what it is, and all the clues. Pause this right now and write this down. Okay, now what I want you to write is appearance. I want you to write the blue title, and I want you to write the black type. This is what is defining what we're talking about. If you want to write down the example, that's up to you, but you at least need the definition and the title. Continue.
Okay, appearance. We can learn a lot about characters by what they're wearing, their facial features, the way they move their body, and their mannerisms.
So here we have Erasto. Erasto was the priest of his village. When he appeared before the commission, he towered above them, wearing his finest yellow hat and scarf and his royal blue robes. Now, from this, we can tell that Ernesto is respected, he is proud, and he is dignified.
Okay, so he's respected because he's a priest and he's appearing before people and they are listening to what he's saying. He's proud because he is wearing his best clothing. Think about what you wear when you want to be taken seriously or to impress. You wear your best clothing. He's dignified. He's wearing his finest yellow hat, his scarf, and royal blue robe. So that can tell you that he probably has a position of power and is to be respected.
Now we have action.
All right, well, you've heard of actions speak louder than words. So we can learn about characters by what they do.
Make sure you're writing this down. Make sure you're writing down action and this little blurb right here. Now we've got Denise. Denise picked up a slimy bullfrog. She could hardly stand to hold it, even for a moment. She held it out at arm's length from her body and carried it away to her brother. She is squeamish and nervous.
Okay, when you're squeamish, you're grossed out easily. Ugh, gross. Anyway, so she picks up the frog and she can't even hold it. She's holding it far away from her body. That could also show that she's nervous. If she wasn't nervous, she wouldn't mind holding it near her body.
Dialogue.
So, what we say says a lot about us, just like characters.
Anita threw her arms around Tony and gave him a big hug. "Thank you so much for being there for me," she said. "I don't think I could have faced my parents without you." So from this, we can see that Anita is thoughtful and she is appreciative.
Okay, first of all, appreciative, she's giving thanks. Second of all, thoughtful. All right, the fact that she even remembered to say thank you shows that she's thoughtful.
Thoughts and feelings.
All right. Another way to learn about someone is to jump into their mind, like we can with a character, to see what they are thinking and what they are feeling.
Don't forget to write this slide down in the one before. Here we have, this story is kind of fun because we've got the perspective from Butch the dog. So we've got Butch and Bobby, and Butch the dog says, Butch looked around the neighborhood. "This would be a safe place to play catch with Bobby," he thought. "Why doesn't Bobby throw the ball? He must be in a bad mood or something." So from here, we can get that Butch the dog is concerned and playful.
All right, so we can tell he's concerned because he's, first of all, checking out the neighborhood, making sure it's okay. Second of all, he is worried. Is Bobby okay? What's wrong with him? Second of all, He's looking to play. He wants to play a game. He wants to play catch. Shows that he's playful.
Now we have other characters' comments or reactions.
Alright, so sometimes the way other people and other characters perceive a particular character shows a lot about them. Sometimes what we mean to say is perceived differently than what we intended.
Okay, so you wouldn't believe what Lisa did yesterday, Sarah said to her sister. When we went into the bridal shop, she pushed all the women aside and demanded that the sales lady help us immediately. It was really something. So, from this, we get that this woman is demanding, she is pushy, she is assertive.
Alright, first of all, she insists on getting her way, showing she's demanding. She's pushy because she's insisting she's getting away, but she's also pushing people away, and she's not giving up. And again, that's related to assertive. She makes known what her needs are, what she wants, and makes sure everybody knows it.
Now we have motivation. Motivation is the reason a character does something. Okay, we didn't include a blurb on this because motivation doesn't just come in a sentence or two. Think about Twilight. We've all seen or know about Twilight. So when Edward leaves Bella, his motivation was that he wanted to protect her. He thought she was better off without him. And the motivation, while we knew it, Bella didn't. So just because you know what's going on with the other characters doesn't mean the other characters know. Alright, direct characterization.
Sometimes the author tells you what he or she wants you to know about the character and says it directly.
Betsy was a determined 3-year-old who knew what she wanted and often got her way if she cried loudly enough.
Alright, it's pretty obvious. She's determined, she's 3 years old, and she knows how to get her own way.
Now we have comments by the narrator. Jimmy was a mischievous boy and creative too. He could take a discarded box or old blanket and turn it into something adventurous. But sometimes his imagination got the better of him and he'd find himself in big trouble.
Again, it's pretty obvious. The author tells you directly what they want you to know. Mischievous, creative, imaginative.
Tone.
Alright, so basically tone is the author's attitude towards the characters. And it's the way feelings are expressed, and they are set by the setting, the vocabulary, and other details that help you to understand.
So, gently smiling, the mother tenderly tucked the covers up around the child's neck and carefully, quietly left the room, making sure to leave a comforting ray of light shining through the open door should the child awake.
Alright, this tone is very loving and nurturing, and we can tell by the words the author used. Gently smiling, tenderly tucking the child in, carefully, quietly, comforting ray of light shining through the door. Now, if it just said the mother tucked the child in and left the door slightly open, it doesn't give us the same sense of love and warmth.
Alright, now here's for your quiz. If you have watched this video tonight, you have and know about the quiz, and you are going to get the points tomorrow, as long as you do a good job. The quiz is actually going to appear right below this video on the Weebly page. So what I would do is look through your notes and try to answer all of the questions as accurately as you can. This is the easiest quiz I think you guys could possibly get. Congratulations.
Alright, I think that's it.
That's it. Have a great night.